everyone, and welcome to the first session of the word processing training course. For most of the sessions we'll be doing, your screen will look a lot like mine, with the exception of this box down the corner where you can see my cursor right now. Most of you will probably not have this. This is what I'm using to actually record the audio and the screen. But we're here to learn about Microsoft Word. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the program. Take the cursor over to the Start button, left click, and my Microsoft Office is at the top. I'm going to scroll over to this highlighted in blue, and then scroll down until we find Microsoft Office Word, and another left click. And now your page should look pretty much like this. Nice bright white open space, lots of blue in the background. Let's look at the program. At the top, it says Document 1, Microsoft Word. Right now, that's the title of our work. We'll change that a little bit later. The next row is the menu. So this is a beginner's course. We're only going to use a few of these. So then the first one we're going to look at is File. File's pretty important. So we're going to left click. It's going to bring up another menu. And as you can see, there are already a lot of drop downs on this menu as it is. But I'll only mention a handful. First one is New. To click on New, it'll bring up, you can choose what kind of page you like, but we already have a blank document, so we don't need this right now. Also under File, we have Open, which will come in more handy after you have other documents that you've been working on. So you can see I've got lots of other documents I've done. And they're stored alphabetically. You just scroll through until you find the right file that you want. And I'll show you. The computer network usage standards. It tells you what type of document it is, who wrote it, what's the title, the last time I worked on it, and how big it is. And you would just click it and click Open, and it would open up the file I was working on. But we don't need that. We're going to close that. And go back and new file, blank document. Anyway, we need to look at close. We don't want to do that. You don't want to close this out like I just did a minute ago. Save. Save is a very, very important button. And actually we're going to use it right now because when you're working on a document, it's always important to save early and save often, because you never know when there'll be a power outage or some other kind of disaster that will befall your hard work. So we're going to save it. So we're going to do left click on this button, and it'll say Save As. This one I'm going to call Stuff. And now that I've named it, I'm going to go over and click the Save button, and it should change the title up on the left-hand column. See, stuff.doc. That's the name of this new paper. The next thing we're going to look at is back under File again. It's a Print button. I'm going to pull this up. Of course, there's nothing on the page to print, but the print box tells us all about different printers. We have the name of the printer. I have a few in my house. That's why there's a few listed. The status, it's just sitting there waiting for me to print something out. The type, where it's at. But most importantly is what's going to be down here. Page range. We have all. Say if you're writing a research paper, which is usually a good 10-12 pages. If you want to print the whole thing, it would be all. Current page. If you just want to print whichever page you're working on at that time, that is what you would click. And down here at the bottom, pages. This would be for different page numbers. Like I said, if you're working on a 10-12 page paper and you need page 3, You type in 3, followed by the comma, and you need pages 7 through 9. 7 dash 9. And it would print those out for you. But since we don't have any other pages right now, I'll go back to all. You can print out numerous copies. See, it goes, I doubt we'd ever need 84 copies out of one printer. It'd be wasting a lot of printer ink. But we'll make sure we get that back to 1. And mostly, you would select how many pages you'd like and hit OK. For right now, we're not printing, so we're going to hit cancel.